Madam President, Excellencies, distinguished delegates, I congratulate Madam President and member of the Bureau on your respective election. I also express my deep appreciation to the United Nations Secretary General Mr. Antonio Guterres for his unremitting efforts to strengthen the United Nations and promote the cause of multilateralism. There could be no better time to deliberate on the theme rebuilding trust and reigniting global solidarity, particularly when trust and cooperation are in short supply and crisis of confidence reign the world. Today, due to the resurgence of geopolitical competition, power polarization and economic nationalism, maintenance of world peace and security, the foremost goal of the UN Charter, have come under serious strain. Spending on arms is on the rise, but resources for the realization of the 2030 agenda have become scarce. We must correct this course and focus on our common goal of peace, prosperity, and progress. It is time to build trust, promote partnership and collaboration, and work in solidarity when the world is facing the challenges of unprecedented scale and nature. Madam President, I have fond memories of addressing this August Assembly back in 2008 as the Prime Minister of a country that had just made a transformation of historic proportions. A transformation from armed conflict to an inclusive and nationally owned peace process. A transformation from centuries-old feudal monarchical rule to a democratic republican order. And a transformation to a multi-party democratic polity where participation of all sections of our society is ensured. 15 years on, we have come a long way. We successfully transitioned through a nationally led peace process. We promulgated a democratic constitution in 2015 by an elected constituent assembly, which has consolidated the universally recognized values of human rights, participatory democracy, periodic election, inclusive proportional representation, full press freedom, independent judiciary, and rule of law. The successive 2 cycles of federal, provincial, and local election have resulted in increased participation of women, Dalits, youth, and underrepresented communities at all levels of governance. We have been able to ensure 41% of representation of women in local assemblies. A minimum of 33% representation of women is constitutionally guaranteed in the provincial assembly and federal parliament. We have firmly established that the sovereignty lies in Nepali people and they are the real source of state power. We are now closer to logically concluding our unique, nationally owned and homegrown peace process. Completing the remaining task of transitional justice is top on my political agenda. As Prime Minister of a co-signatory of the Comprehensive Peace Accord, I have been making serious effort to bridge the gaps and build consensus among the key stakeholders. An amendment bill related to the transitional justice has been tabled at the federal parliament to address the concern of the victims, strike a right balance between peace, justice, and reparation, and to make the transitional justice process broadly owned by our society. The proposed bill evolved through a wider consultative process, taking a victim-centric approach and recognize a reparation as victim right. In the process, there will be no blanket amnesty for the serious violation of human rights. The ultimate objective is to establish an enduring peace in the country and foster harmony in society through peace, justice, and reconciliation. I appeal the international community for their goodwill and support to the conclusion of the final leg of our peace process and to duly recognize this rare example of successful conflict transformation. Madam President, as Nepal's political course has taken a stable shape, our focus is now on the agenda of economic transformation. We are aware that political achievement can only be sustained by socio-economic growth and development. It is not least in this light that the central focus of the current government is on mobilizing all its energy and resources to accelerate development work and ensure good governance. We are graduating from LDC status by 2026 and we are committed to making our graduation smooth, sustainable and irreversible. We are currently in the process of finalizing the smooth transition strategy of graduation. We have put SDGs at the center of our development vision and priorities. However, crises such as COVID-19 pandemic, climate change, and heightened geopolitical competition have threatened our hard-earned progress in SDGs. We, therefore, call for an enhanced level of international support in the form of development assistance, foreign direct investment, export promotion, SDR allocation, technology transfer, and technical assistance. Nepal welcomes Secretary General's call for an increase in SDGs financing by $500 billion per year. As the current LDC chair, we remain actively engaged in collaboration with fellow LDCs in all relevant forums, including in the UN system, to protect and promote our collective interests. We stress the need to mainstream the Doha Program of Action into all important UN process and development system and the development cooperation framework of our partners. We call for a fair and equitable international trading regime that benefits LDCs. Coordinated policies aimed at debt relief, debt restructuring, and debt swap as envisaged by the Doha Program of Action must be translated into reality. Madam President, climate change has assumed a crisis proportion and the clock is ticking. Our inaction or little action will surely invite disastrous consequences for humanity. We must therefore set higher ambition and commit ourselves to achieving those ambitions in a time-bound manner. Climate vulnerable mountainous countries like Nepal have been bearing the severe brunt of climate change. The Himalayas are the source of fresh water for over 2 billion people.